daughter basically produced a little segment, and I'd love to see the footage that didn't make it into her video, but the stuff that made it is really great stuff. But she went down to a welfare office in Manhattan and interviewed the people that were showing up to claim their benefits. Now, again, she is Nancy Pelosi's daughter. So obviously, you know that she's approaching this from a left-wing perspective. So this is somebody who really likes welfare. And so maybe for her, it was a bit of an awakening. But I want to go and actually play some of these clips. And again, if you're a premium member, you can see. But here's a little introduction to it, cut number 16.
We got cut 16. That is rising rapidly because the greatest job.
16 years I've been working at this address, and for 16 years people are walking by this building with a white piece of paper in their hand looking perplexed, and they come up freely and they say, I'm looking for the welfare office, or I'm looking for social services, or I'm looking for food stamps. I see that most of them are able-bodied. They don't look like they're handicapped in any way. They just look like they don't want to work, and it's really, really hard to look at this and say, I come to work every day, why can't you?
So she's talking to a doorman who basically is working right next door to the welfare office. So he's seeing the welfare recipients showing up, and they're not, wheeling in wheelchairs or on crutches. These are able-bodied. In fact, at one point they're showing this guy doing all these push-ups while he is waiting online for his welfare check. But the funniest part, or the saddest part, depending on how you want to look at it, is when she actually speaks with the welfare recipients, who are very candid. They're not even trying to hide the fact that they're just leeching off these programs, and nor are they even embarrassed by the fact that they're able-bodied and they choose welfare over work. Here's the first of a series of these cuts, cut number 17.
I'm here trying to get some Obama bucks. That's what I'm doing, trying to get some Obama money.
I ain't here to get some benefits, you know what I mean? I'm here to get a check. Bitch, I want a check.
Tell me why you like Obama. Because he gives you stuff. Who are you going to vote for in this election?
Obama.
Why?
Because he's black.
Okay, so people are there to get some Obama bucks, Obama money. I got a problem with that because it's not Obama's money. It's my money. It's the American people's money. It's the taxpayer money. Obama doesn't have any money. I mean, he does, but he doesn't share it with anybody. He's saying, I'm here to get my Obama bucks, my Obama money. That's my money. That's your money that they're there to get. Why do you like Obama? Because he gives me stuff. He doesn't give stuff. I like Obama because he steals stuff, and he gives what he steals to me, because that's where the stuff comes from. That's where the Obama bucks come from. He steals them. And I like the one guy. Why are you voting for Obama? Because he's black. Well, what if imagine the outrage if there was some undercover camera and somebody, asked a white person, why are you voting for Mitt Romney? And he said, well, because he's white. I mean, that would be the lead story on ABC News. Racism in America, right? But it's perfectly okay for a black man to say, I'm voting for Obama because he's black. Here's a little bit more. Cut number 18.
So what do you get from the government? Tell me everything you get from the government.
All I get, stamps, public assistance, Medicaid. We call it money in the pocket. We call it money in the pocket.
What kind of benefits are you getting?
Let's see. Whatever the hell they got to offer, I don't even know. They ain't like they got a checklist, nigga, we go this, and that. I'm just here to get what I can get.
Money in a bottle. Yes, we call it money in a bottle. See, that's not exactly what I call it, but they get all kinds of names. Some of these guys get so many benefits, they don't even know what they get. Hey, there's no checklist. I just get whatever benefits. It's like, hey, what kind of benefits do you get? I don't know. Whatever kind of benefits they got. I'm lining up to get them. You can't make this stuff up. Cut number 19.
Food stamps. It's just food. It's like food. When was the last time you actually worked?
I would say about half a decade.
But you're a perfectly healthy young man. Why aren't you working right now?
Because my background. Once you go to jail, it's hard to get a job.
Yeah, I've been to jail, so there's no point in getting a job. It might be more difficult to get a job, but it's certainly not impossible to get a job. But, you know, this guy, when did you work? I don't know, a half a decade ago. He can't even remember the last time you worked. One woman is saying, hey, it's just food. I'm just getting free food. Here, cut number 20.
Why should I help you? Why should my tax dollars be going to you?
Only because my ancestors came here and helped build this place.
What do you mean?
My ancestors, the slaves.
How many kids do you have?
I had 5.
Okay, so first of all, so one guy basically says the reason that I shouldn't have to work and the reason that taxpayers should support me is because my great-great-great-great-grandfather was a slave. Now, maybe he was and maybe he wasn't. But what difference does that make? He's not a slave, and nobody alive today owned his great-great-great-great-grandfather. So because somebody in his family tree may have been a slave, now he's entitled to live and not have to work at all. He can enslave us because his ancestors were enslaved. That's the attitude. Now, the one guy, they asked him, how many kids you have? He had 5. He had 5 kids, but by different women. They were asking him about how many baby mamas he had, which is a name for, you know, when you knock up a woman and then she has a baby. And of course, a lot of the women who he's impregnating are happy to have his kid because that means they get a lot more benefits. Because once you're an unmarried woman with a child, now they just give you all sorts of additional benefits. Here's a really funny one. Cut number 21.
Do you really want to work, or you just want to get a free check?
I just want to get a free check.
There's a sign behind you that says Waverly Job Center. You have any intention of going in to get a job, or are you just going to get the food stamps?
I'm not looking for a job, maybe a career.
See, I'm not looking for a job. He just wants a free check. He says maybe he'd take a career. Oh, that's very big of him. So if somebody offers him a career, well, he might accept that, but he doesn't want a job. I mean, a career is something you build for yourself, but before you can have a career, you got to get a job. I mean, what does this guy want him to do? Somebody wants to make him the CEO of a company, or maybe make him a doctor, or a career comes over time. What about paying your bills, paying your dues? How many people that have careers started out with grunt work type jobs? Pretty much everybody. Yet this guy wants it handed to him on a silver platter, and unless he gets that, well, he's just going to take the welfare benefits that are handed to him on a silver platter. You got to just watch a video like this to understand what the welfare state has done to Americans. Because these people wouldn't be like that if the welfare benefits weren't there, if they didn't have an opportunity, if we didn't give them the choice to choose welfare, they'd be working. But they're not working because we gave them a sweeter deal. We gave them a better alternative. Why take a crap job when you could take a welfare check and not have to work? Yes, if you could get a great career, okay, but I'm not going to do any menial labor because I'd rather get a welfare check. And really, you know, the amazing thing is when you look at Bill Maher and the Pelosi daughter, I forget her name, but you look at them talking about this, they don't seem to get it. I mean, they understand that, yeah, these are freeloaders and this is a problem, but they still don't understand the root of the problem. It's not that they're freeloaders. It's that the government has created the incentive for them to become a freeloader.